We're back here on the Go Network. I've never seen so many technical difficulties before. I don't know what's going on. I think the Rona is trying to stop us.
Just
Trying to
screwing
stop
everything
us.
up,
Yeah, just trying to stop us from giving you guys a good show. It's just like 6 feet, guys. Screw you. I don't know. But can you hear us? Jason, can you hear the stream or not? Is it working for
It
you on
hasn't
your
booted up enough for me yet, so
Okay.
I'll let you know in a bit. But
I see things moving on my end, so we should be good.
Because on my end, it shows us the old stream.
Refresh the
yeah,
page.
I got audio on my end.
I see
so
the
we're
audio
good.
moving, so we're fine. You can
Okay.
go ahead.
All right,
Okay.
cool. So let's continue the talk. Rephrase your statement about Broken Matt Hardy, Jason. So
Yeah.
how did you feel about the emergence of Broken Matt Hardy on AEW?
So I was excited to see him. As I was saying before we cut out, like I didn't get the Broken Matt Hardy, the original Broken Matt Hardy experience because I didn't watch that phase of his career. I only got that when he brought it over to WWE, and WWE obviously, because
Butchered
they
it.
always do this, they screwed it up. So that, seeing him appear on AEW, I was happy to see that because like now I feel like I'm going to get that experience for the first time. I'm going to get that character for the first time fully unleashed with, a lot of creative freedom behind it. So it was cool. I'm excited to see where it goes after this because, like you said, we only saw him for like a couple minutes as the show ended. He didn't even like cut a promo or anything. He just kind of stood on top of the arena and did the delete sign and all that. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad that he's away from WWE and that he's in a creative space where we can really see his character come out.
I thought. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. I thought they did a really good job with how they showed him. I thought they did a really good. They had the whole. I forget what they call it. His. What do you call it? The flying machine thing. I don't know, but he has a name for it. But Vanguard 1.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job with having that show up, and then you're like, oh man, is he coming? And I thought they were gonna just tease him, and maybe you'd get him like coming like later on. But I thought they did a really good job putting him out there, and the fact that they were gonna add him into the Blood and Guts match, I was like, oh man, like this is amazing. Like I this is everything I could ask for. So I thought AEW did such an amazing job compared to WWE, and I was looking forward to this Wednesday to the Blood and Guts match, but I guess they canceled it. They denied it because I didn't see anything. I just heard people telling me about it. So, do you know what their reasoning was for canceling it?
No, I have not seen anything official.
Because they're still having the show.
Yeah. Like Dynamite's still on tomorrow, but as far as I know, they're not having the match. Now, maybe it's because one or several members that are involved believe they may have symptoms or something. Like, I don't know if that's it, and they just don't want to reveal that. But, yeah.
So what the date tomorrow is what? The
25th.
25th. Because I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
I was thinking that maybe they cut it because they were worried about blood, because it's called Blood and Guts, so there's probably going to be blood in the match. So I assumed they cut it because they didn't want to expose the wrestlers to blood. So supposedly we're going to have Cody versus Jimmy Havoc. We're going to have Chris Jericho and Matt Hardy meeting face-to-face. And we're going to have Kenny Omega versus Guevara for his Mega Championship. So his AAA Championship, which is, okay, so 2 good matches. and probably a really good confrontation between Jericho and Hardy, but no reasoning of why they canceled Blood and Guts. I'm assuming they just didn't want to have bodily fluids going on other people.
Probably, yeah. They probably deem that to be not the best idea right now.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do for this week. But let's get into WWE Week 2. I didn't watch Raw at all yesterday. I heard that Heyman cut like a masterful promo. I heard that Rollins cut one of the best promos of his career. I'm like, great, that's good, but it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then, cool, great. But then you had SmackDown. SmackDown sucked. SmackDown blew ass. Like,
yeah.
Why do we need Rob Gronkowski coming to?
I was gonna say, you weren't excited to see Gronk?
No, it looked like he had a seizure when he was coming down in the ring. The way he was like dancing, he looked like he had like a seizure or something like that.
It's so awful. Yeah.
It sucked. I don't see him being a wrestler because he's basically like paper. That if somebody like hits him or hurts him, he's probably gonna like break his back or something. So him being the host, I get it, makes sense. But they really like overblown it. Well, I mean, I guess the Sports Hub overblew it. Like most probably places didn't overblow it as much, but it's like he's definitely not gonna wrestle. And if he ever does wrestle, it'll probably be like one of those like gimmick tag matches where like he comes in real quick with a hot tag and like does like a 3-point stance and like shoulders them and like spears them or something. There's no way that he wrestles like a full match and gets slammed or something. I don't see that. I just don't. I just don't see that at all.
No.
Did you see any of that SmackDown or no? You just watched the highlights.
I only saw the Gronk highlight. That was it, because that was really all I was interested in. I just wanted to see his entrance and what the music was, and you know what? Is exactly what I thought it would be. It was just tacky music, Gronk coming out dancing like an idiot, Mojo Rawley, getting some shine because he's his friend, and I watched that like 20-second clip and I was like, okay, I'm good. I don't need to watch the rest of your product because this is what you've turned it into.
So you had 2 crappy weeks of WWE. I think SmackDown had like one or 2 matches, and it was like a tag team match, and it sucked ass.
Yeah.
And then you had NXT, where I was hoping that NXT was gonna kind of be like the savior, where it was gonna learn from AEW, and they didn't.
No,
I haven't even finished it, honestly. I'll tell you this. The whole, or what I've seen so far of it, I watched like maybe an hour of it, I think. It's basically a documentary that you'd see on the network of Ciampa and Gargano. And that's fine. Like, those things are really done well, and they really cut them together, and they're awesome to watch. But it's like, I'd rather just watch on the network, or I'd rather like go into it knowing I'm going to watch it, opposed to expecting to see an NXT show and getting a documentary. So I thought that was kind of a little weak. I don't know how it ends. I don't know if that's the whole show. I don't know if anything shows up after, if anyone cuts a promo, anything like that. But at least like the first hour is basically just a documentary between Ciampa and Gargano, and it was good. It was good stuff. Like, it was done well, but it's just not what I wanted to see. I wanted to see matches. I wanted to be entertained, and I just wasn't, and I was really, really let down by that. Yeah. So I don't know. So obviously they're gearing towards WrestleMania, and we got the horrible news that WrestleMania is not just going to be one night. It's not going to be April 5th. It's going to be April 5th and 4th. So you're getting two nights of WrestleMania. I don't know what they're going to do for 2 entire nights.
Probably a lot of fluff, a lot of Gronk trying to fill for time. So Yeah, that'll be good.
So, what do you think WWE can do that could make WrestleMania 36 awesome? Is there anything they could do that could make it awesome?
Ugh. If it was still one night, then yeah, there's different, there's matches they could throw in there, and there's stuff they could change to, that would make it great. Making it 2 nights, it's gonna be watered down. It's gonna be one of those things where I'm assuming each night is gonna be 3.5 hours long, 3 to 3.5 hours long.
Oh, it's probably going to be more than that.
I mean, right? Probably,
It's
yeah.
probably going to
Each
be
one
more
probably
than
be
that.
upwards of 4.
Probably.
So, yeah, you're just gonna have a lot of. I mean, I'll say this: no one is gonna be able to complain that they didn't get enough time in their matches, because I think you're gonna have some long matches in there, which is gonna be good and bad. Because for the ones that you're maybe not as excited about, like Lacey Evans against Bailey or whatever the hell they're doing there, I don't even know if that's
So,
actually the match.
What the match is it was a 6-pack challenge, but they just made it to a 5-pack challenge because supposedly Dana Brooke is quarantined with an illness.
Okay, yeah.
So
So yeah, that match is going to be like 35 minutes long, and it's probably not going to be great.
I also believe Rey Mysterio is quarantined with an illness.
Yes.
Did you notice that like they won't allow anybody to say coronavirus? It's like a no. So something I think would be really good, maybe not necessarily putting the WWE crowd, I mean the wrestlers in the audience, maybe putting some of the WWE staff in the audience, maybe some of the agents like Road Dogg and the guys you see in the back, stuff like that, like having like the guys in the back watching it and like evaluating everything. Maybe have Vince in the audience, or maybe you know what I mean, like maybe have some of like the higher ups in the audience, so they're not necessarily copying AEW, but in a way they are, because I mean everybody copies everybody. They already stole the camera angle.
Yeah.
I would like to have Xavier Woods somewhere. Put him in the audience. Put him on commentary. Let me, bring him in. Like, give me Xavier Woods. Put him somewhere. Make him doing something. Like, him on commentary would be great. Him in the audience would be great. Xavier Woods somewhere would be fun. That's something that I think they could do. Something that you said. Give us long matches. Give us good matches. Give us matches that like are fun to watch. Don't give me like a 3-minute squash match. Give me like legit matches. I hope they don't focus that there's no crowd. That's something that I don't want them to be like, we don't have a crowd, like don't even mention it. Don't even tell us that there's no crowd. Like, I think that's something that they need to.
Well, so I don't want them to constantly acknowledge that there's no crowd, but don't do the Stone Cold thing again, where you pretend that there is one.
Oh yeah, well. Don't pretend there's one. Yeah, exactly.
Don't do that either. Yeah.
So, do you think there's a chance that maybe we'll get more unique matches? Where opposed to instead of it just being in the ring, you'll get maybe matches that are in like close sets or something?
That could be cool. Yeah, like that's what I'm hoping for. I hope that they get innovative about it, and they say, okay, we got 2 nights, we're going to make this work. Let's add more time to each match. Let's add more elements to each match. What I don't want is I don't want them saying, okay, well, this match was scheduled to be a 6.5-minute squash anyway. Okay, let's keep it that way and just give Gronk another promo segment. We'll just give Gronk 5 more minutes to give him a microphone, just, send him out there to do a dance and, whatever. Like, that's what I don't want. And that's what I feel like they're going to do, because it's Vince, and Vince is like, everybody loves Gronk, and, have him go out there and make a bunch of jokes about Tom Brady, whatever.
Spike a ball.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah. So far, we have Randy Orton and Edge, and it's a last man standing match, right?
Yeah.
Let's have that in a cool place. Like, let's have it in a parking lot. Let's have it in, like, some crazy area. We have a boneyard match between AJ Styles and The Undertaker. Is that what I heard it was? The boneyard match? Or
I
something
hadn't heard
like that?
Yeah. Who knows?
I heard it was a boneyard match or something like that. So what is that, like a graveyard match? Like, are they going to be in a graveyard? Like, that'd be kind of cool. But is it going to be
Maybe.
like a crappy graveyard like they did with that crappy spitter? Like, is it going to give me like a legit graveyard? Is it like a graveyard on like a soundstage?
No, it's gonna look like a Nickelodeon set.
Because that sounds awful. That sounds like terrible. And then,
That sounds pretty dumb.
if you're going to have Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler, why not have them in like a cage match or something? Have them in like a Lion's Den match or something. Like, she's a past, MMA cage fighter, MMA fighter. Like, why not have them being some kind of match like that? Like, that'd be kind of cool. Like, why not? Yeah, I don't know. I heard it was called a boneyard match, but I have no idea what that is.
No.
And
I don't either.
thought the Undertaker was gonna go back to the American Badass, but
That's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know.
yeah.
I
Bleacher
don't know if
Report
I'll
has a
think of
thing
that.
saying like, "What is the boneyard match?" I guess AJ Styles challenged him to it. And they're saying here that if it's anything like the boneyard or the graveyard match we had between Sting and Vampiro in WCW, which was a train wreck, it's not going to be a good time. So, yeah, I don't know. But I would like to see more, like, gimmicky matches, I guess. Like, make that last man standing match fun. Make that boneyard match fun. Give us a cage match or something. Let's get a Firefly Funhouse match or something. Like, have Cena and Wyatt, like, fight in the Funhouse or something like that.
Yeah.
The Street Profits are defending their titles. Andrade's defending his titles. Like, what kind of, who are they playing? Who are they wrestling? Like, what kind of matches are they going to be in? Like, I don't know. I want to see fun stuff. I want to see cool things. Like, I don't know. And I'm probably not going to see that. Granted, I'm probably not going to watch it. Unless I hear the first night's really good, am I going to go back and, like, watch it? Like, I'm probably not going to waste my time, unfortunately. But,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I just... What
Two
the-
nights is asking a lot.
2 nights is asking a ton.
Even though we have a lot of free time on our hands, it's still asking a lot.
I think something else that would be really good besides having some long and fun matches, maybe a surprise return, maybe like some big signing or some big, not Gronk, but like who could it be though? I don't think there's anybody that I know that's gone or missing. Like Rusev.
No.
Rusev's been off TV for a little bit. Like that, I wouldn't care about that.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't know. I think they really need to do a lot of fun stuff, and I just don't think that's going to happen. And then there's the rumor that you might not even get the WWE Championship match because Brock Lesnar might not end up being able to travel to the show because they
Right.
might be shutting down the borders of Canada, and he lives in Saskatchewan. So, like, what's going to happen with that? Like, if he can't come, what are you going to do? You're going to make everybody go to Canada? Like, you can't. Like, what are you going to do? Is he going to stay here until the show? Like, I don't know. Like, he was on
Yeah.
Raw on Monday, so maybe they're just going to keep him, but
Right.
I don't know.
They might just tell him don't travel back until after Mania.
I think
But-
that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, dude, we're paying you a ton of money. Just
Yeah.
stay here. Because, And then WWE announced that NXT will be showing the takeover matches. What is it? In April? Like April 1st on or something like that. They're going to be showing the takeovers on Wednesday instead of having like a takeover. So that might not be good for AEW. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Mania, and what do you think is going to happen with AEW going forward? Do you think they're going to keep streaming on? Do you think after Mania, WWE is going to be like, all right, we can't keep doing this? Like, what's your take on all this?
Well, as far as WWE, Vince is going to plow ahead as much as he can because he's just going to do the classic Vince McMahon hammerhead approach to everything that he does. So I think WWE will plow ahead. I could see AEW, taking a hard look at it and saying, okay, you know what? Like, especially if things aren't gonna pick up anytime soon, I could see them just being like, let's just shut down until, whatever, May, June, call it whatever you want. Khan's got enough money. He can afford to do that. If they don't feel like they're going to get the viewership or they don't feel like it's worth it to put their wrestlers at risk anyway, then, I could see them stopping, but I think Vince is going to plow ahead because he's just stubborn and he's an idiot. So I don't think WWE is going to stop.
Yeah, I don't think so either, unfortunately. I guess I'm excited for the takeover matches, but I'm really not excited for this WrestleMania. So let's kind of go over what we got so far.
Sure.
We have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte for the Women's NXT Championship. How do you feel about what's your take on that?
It could be a really good match. Because Charlotte is a good performer. She brings out the best in a lot of her opponents. I guess I just don't really care about that match.
Yeah,
it could
same.
be good, but I just don't care. I feel like Charlotte's gonna win because they want her to be the first woman to hold like all three titles.
They want
or
her to be
whatever
the woman
crap.
Flair. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kind of don't care about it, but I'm interested because I just think it'll be good. That's about it.
I don't think they should have Charlotte win, but I think they will.
Yeah.
I also don't want them to blur the lines between WWE and NXT. I get it, they're a main roster now, but it's like keep them their own brand, kind of like back in the day when you had Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. ECW was like kind of their own thing. They were like the more extreme brand. Let NXT be like the pure wrestling brand. But I feel that once they kind of give you that, like break that fourth wall and Charlotte gets the title, I truly believe that NXT is going to just be WWE light, and it's going to suck for the most part. I think they'll start rating the talent, and then you'll have Keith Lee like getting buried, and it'll just be a bad time. So I hope Rhea Ripley wins. I think it'll be a good match. So then we have Edge and Randy Orton in a last man standing match. If there's any match I'm excited for, it's this match. Like, I'm excited for this. I want this to be a good match. I think it's going to be a long match. I want it to be a fun match. I just don't know if it's going to be, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Then you have Elias versus King Corbin. Snooze. Don't care.
Yeah.
Fast forward. You have Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. What? Why?
Yeah.
What? Then you have... Oh, okay, now you have the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm assuming Angel Garza's in there to eat the pin, because I don't think they're going to take the titles off of the Street Profits that quickly.
Yeah.
You have The Miz and John Morrison to be announced.
Yeah, it says on here it's either going to be the New Day or the Usos. So either way, like if it's a New Day, could be a fun match. But yeah, again,
Do
snooze.
do
Don't
we
care.
know how far along Xavier Woods is from his injury? Could he come back and
Yeah,
wrestle?
it's gonna be some time. He had an Achilles injury, so
So he's
he's
probably out
not.
for a while.
He's not ready.
Because
No.
that could have been
Yeah.
like a nice little moment to have him come back and wrestle in the match, but he probably wouldn't be able to. So up to this
No.
point, like, okay. Then you have Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. It's like, okay. I think a lot of what's hurting them is they're just singles matches. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, stipulations. There's no cool things to these matches. Then you have Undertaker and AJ Styles in the Boneyard match. I can't even keep a straight face when saying that. What the hell is that going to be? I can just
Hold on.
picture it.
Yeah.
I can picture just being in a really cheesy, like, soundstage that you'd see in, like, a horror movie or something.
Oh God. It will. No, it's gonna like a Nickelodeon like kids show kind of thing. Like,
Unless they do it in, like, a legit graveyard or something. But I highly doubt that. Supposedly, they're filming it now. Like, WrestleMania is being filmed, like, tonight, tomorrow, and, like, Thursday, I think. So they're supposedly, like, already recording it. So maybe it will be good. I don't know. They give it a couple days, and I don't know. But I'm not looking forward to that. I also think that AJ Styles is probably going to lose.
oh, I think he is. Yeah.
And I don't think he should. But then we
Well,
have...
if-
what are you going to say?
I think if Styles was going to win before, I think after the Michelle McCool incident, WWE is going to want to, restore some of their good faith with the Undertaker.
What
So-
happened with Michelle McCool?
So they did. WWE.com did like this top 50 women's wrestlers of all time
And
in
she wasn't in
WWE,
there?
and they left her off of it.
Oh.
So like they had like some crap, like Jillian Hall was on there, and like some real bums were on there, and she was not on there. And Undertaker like broke character, went on Twitter and was like all pissed off about it.
Oh.
Because like what they did was she commented first and said, "What the hell?" And then like 2 hours later, WWE came out and they were like, they tried to play it off. They're like, "We've made some cool new changes to the top 50 list. Check it out here."
And she was
With
in
a
there
picture
now?
of Michelle McCool.
Ah.
And he tweeted and he said, "Too little, too late." So
All right. So we're winding down here. We got a couple minutes left. Let's go through this list again, and we'll
all right,
give our take on who we think's going to win.
all right.
All right. Edge Orton. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
I want Orton to win, and I think Orton will win.
You want Orton to beat Edge?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I'm reverse. I think Edge should win, and I want him to win. I'm surprised. Wow.
Because I want Orton to still be regarded as like a top heel, even though I know he's not really anymore, but he should be. So
See, I think they do so much with all these old wrestlers coming back and winning the title. I want to see Edge go on one more run. He's a wrestler that I actually want to see get a title shot. He's a wrestler that I actually want to see go on a run. Like, let this be the start of his run. Let him beat Orton. Let him go on a little run. Let him maybe, do something at Survivor Series or SummerSlam or something like that. Like, let him go on one more run.
yeah,
They give it to Oldberg and all these guys. Like, let him go one more. So me, I would want Edge to win, and I would think they'd let him win because you bring him back to lose.
yeah.
Elias versus King Corbin. I don't care.
Probably Corbin. Corbin's gonna win.
Corbin will probably win.
Yeah.
Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Aleister Black should
I
win.
think he will.
But Lashley will probably win.
Ugh, yeah.
Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza.
Street Profits should win, and they will not win. Andrade and Angel Garza are gonna win.
You think so?
Yeah. WWE really likes those two.
If they do, that's so stupid.
It is.
That's
It is
super dumb.
dumb.
But
They've done dumber things in the past.
you're probably right. You're probably right.
Mm.
And almost every time, like, a tag team title changes hands at Mania, and I just don't
Yeah.
see the Miz and Morrison losing their titles. You're probably right. I think the Street Profits should win, but they'll probably lose. We can't really comment on the Miz's match. I just think they'll win. Owens versus Rollins. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
I want Owens to win. I think Rollins will win.
Same.
Because I want Owens to finally like get that push to being back towards the top of the roster, but he won't. It's gonna be Rollins, and they're gonna continue this Monday Night Messiah crap. So, yeah.
I wish they would just move Owens to NXT, but it's probably going to be very watered down soon, so
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm in the same boat. I want Owens to win. I think Rollins will win. The Boneyard match. I want Styles to win. I think he should win, but I think the Undertaker is going to beat him.
Yeah, I agree.
We have the fatal 5-way elimination women's match with Bayley, Lacey Evans, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina. Ugh.
Yeah.
Who do
I know.
you think should win, and who do you want to win?
I think Sasha Banks should win. I think Lacey Evans is going to win.
You think they'll finally give her the title?
I think they're finally going to give her the title. Yeah.
I actually want Bayley to win. I would like Bayley to keep the title because I would like to see a one-on-one feud with her and Banks. Finally have them
yeah.
actually at each other's throat. Because you every time they tease it and you're about to get it, they always like get cold feet and don't give it to you. So I would want Bayley to like screw over Sasha Banks and to, like them have a feud going forward. So I would want Bayley to win, but I agree. I think Lacey Evans will probably win, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
John Cena versus The Fiend. Who do you think will win, and who should win?
I think. Okay. I think The Fiend should win, and I actually think The Fiend will win.
You think so?
Yeah, they're gonna start to build him back up. If they're smart, which debatable, they're gonna start to build him back up, and he's gonna start to do that by beating Cena at Mania.
I want to agree with you, but I just have this sick feeling that Cena's gonna beat him. I
Yeah.
just have this sick feeling that Cena's gonna beat him because they
Super
just
Cena.
don't care about him. Yep, we haven't had a Super Cena in a long time. You know, I don't know, but I say The Fiend should win. Cena will win. That's my opinion. Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler for the Raw Women's Championship.
I think Becky Lynch should win, and I think she will win. I don't think Vince is sold on Shayna Baszler yet. I think he's starting to back off her a little bit, and I think what you'll see actually is when Flair beats Ripley, Shayna Baszler is going to go back to NXT and challenge Charlotte Flair.
Interesting. Okay. I'm a little tired of Becky. I feel like she's been very
Yeah.
very lazy. Like it just hasn't been fun in watching Becky. I don't know. Maybe it's that whole cliche of you only really like the wrestler that's chasing for it, I guess. But
Yeah.
she's just been boring to me. I would like to see Shayna Baszler win, even though I'm not a Baszler guy. I think that it makes no sense to, unless you're right, and she goes back and she fights Charlotte or whatever. But I think that it makes no sense to bring her to Raw if she doesn't win the title.
Sure.
And I think they want to bring her to Raw, but I think Vince is souring on her, so we're in like a weird predicament here. I would
Yeah.
like to see Shayna Baszler win. I don't think she will win. I think Becky wins.
Yeah.
Oldberg and Roman Reigns.
Okay. So, I mean, Oh God. I mean, I don't really. Neither of them should win because I
It
hate
should
them
be.
both. But Reigns should win and Reigns will win. Goldberg sucks now. Like, can we stop with this? He was good 25 years ago. He's not good now. Get the belt off him. At least Reigns can wrestle. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He should have been in the match in the first place, but I probably would have been more angry if Reigns beat. I don't know the way the Fiend lost. I don't know. I agree. Reigns should win, and he will
Yeah.
win. Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, who
Okay.
should win
Uh,
and who will win.
McIntyre should win, but Lesnar's going to win.
I think
Because-
Lesnar's gonna win.
Yeah, I get a sick feeling in my stomach that they're gonna mess this up and Lesnar's gonna win it.
I think they're gonna save it for like either SummerSlam or like a pay-per-view after, because they want to get the crowd reaction. And
Yeah.
in a way, I don't blame them. But if that's the case, then don't have the match.
Yeah,
Say like Drew McIntyre sprained his ankle, or if you don't want to make him look weak, say that like Brock decided not, he didn't want to fly out, or Brock's not defending. Give us some Fakakta like storyline that makes us, whatever the situation is. Give us some storyline where the match doesn't happen. If that's the
Yeah.
case, if he's gonna lose, dumb.
Yeah.
But I think
agree.
that's gonna happen. I think
Yeah.
Brock's gonna win, and they'll do it at a later time and have him win when there's a crowd to like really juice it up. And finally,
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. I think we both kind of put it out there who we think
Yeah.
is gonna win.
Yeah,
It's clear
Rhea
that
Ripley should win, but Charlotte's going to win.
yeah, same. I feel this exact same way, and
Yeah.
and that's gonna be the beginning of the downfall of NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be too much. All right, so we're
Unfortunate.
winding down here. Let's do some quick what we're looking forward to in these bleak times. So, Jason, what's something you're looking forward to in the coming weeks, months, whatever? Like, what are you looking forward to?
So I'm looking forward to finally getting to play the DLC for The Witcher 3, which I know is like that game came out a long time ago, and I'm probably way behind. But I never actually played the DLC, and mainly because I didn't have the time. And now I've got 2 weeks, so I got plenty of time. I'm gonna check it out. Seems like it should be a lot of fun.
I honestly have no idea what I'm looking forward to. My birthday is next Tuesday, so I
Oh.
guess I'm not looking forward to getting a year older. There's nothing I can do. I can't go out to dinner. I can't go anywhere. I can't see anybody. Like, I can just see people from work, and I can do the show. So I can't really do anything. So I'm not really looking forward to my birthday. I guess I'm just looking forward to that night that I can go out and actually go out to the bar again. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, I want to go out. I want to have a night in the town. I hope Murph comes back and we get like a wild Murph. Like that should be a wild Murph. Like, if he comes back, like, we deserve a wild Murph at that point. Like,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to that. I guess just like our regional tournament is April 19th, I think. I guess I'm just looking forward to doing good in that regional tournament. That's about it. Yeah, my regional, because like they took the only other, like, I was really looking forward to Lugia coming back to Pokemon Go, and they announced today they were like, yeah, we're canceling that. There's no Lugia coming back. Like, eat a dick. So yeah, I don't know. There's not much to look forward to. I'm getting older, and I can't even celebrate my birthday. So, and I know some people are like, why don't you just like celebrate it later? I'm like, no, that's lame. I'm not doing that. Like, that is what it is. I can't have a birthday. It sucks. Whatever. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking. Dimitri, looking forward to anything? He's like, I want this show to end. Dimitri's looking forward to staying healthy and not getting the big C. I guess I'm looking
Right.
forward to that too. Not getting sick or whatever.
That'd be good. Yeah.
I guess I guess I'm looking forward to finally beating Dragon Ball Z Kakarot too. That's something that I guess I'm looking forward to. So
Me too.
Dimitri's like, eat a dick. So that will bring an end to this episode of Static Rift, episode 196. So if you like what you heard, please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those social medias at Static Rift Radio. I found a lot of really good DBZ memes, so I'm going to start posting them this week. Should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. Yes, thank you for joining us. I hope you guys are all having not an awful time at home. I hope you're finding time and finding things to do, maybe getting to know the family better. But you're all essential to me, so have a good one. We'll see you next week. Same static place, same static time. I love you all. Good night and stay healthy. 6 feet away, people. 6 feet away.